So here we are. We left the day before with your black move to play and hold the draw. And it was the, let's say, paradox. King H8. And you have a bit of a more details about this fascinating game. Carsten, please.
Yeah, I was Alexis second in the Munich tournament 93, and we had this in the adjournment analysis. And Fritz 3 on his laptop notebook still had power and found King H8. Shortly later, it ran out of power, and we hadn't looked for an adapter to the German electricity system, so we had to analyze by hand later. But fortunately here, Fritz had found the only move, and it should draw. I believe for 15 years that it loses as well, but probably I was wrong for 15 years. But yeah, during the German analysis, we had thought that this draws, and probably we were right, but for the wrong reasons, you guessed it. Okay, so we had prepared. Lothier didn't find it, played Rook D3, and then lost to White's attack. This draws, and now, of course, yeah, King H8 is a logical move because black must force white to force the king to the queen side, and so the right move is going to the king side. Chess is a logical game. You knew it.
Yeah, I knew it. Somebody told me once or twice.
Okay, here we in the German analysis didn't have Rook C7. I found later in the same year, and then for 15 years believed this is winning. And then Klaus-Dieter Meyer, German chess trainer analyst, called me and said, "No, Carsten, I have now 6-man tail bases in the analysis of my engine, and now I believe that black can draw." And then, unfortunately, CD Meyer passed away last year, so no more such calls will come in the future. It's a very sad news, of course. Yeah, here there are two drawing moves, bishop G2 or bishop H1.
Okay.
And then we will see the problem. After the more or less forced sequence, mate is threatening, and now black must sacrifice the exchange, otherwise black is losing. Okay, white will win the A pawn, but that's the end of the good news in a way.
Wow.
And now for 15 years I believe that wins, but yeah, maybe 99% sure. It's not. There's no tail base, so it's not absolutely sure. But 99%, it should be a draw. At least I have no received phone calls or emails or whatever for the last time. But okay, Vincent Keimer found a mistake in Meyer's proof, but could repair it.
Okay.
So, and Shirov found a beautiful continuation of Keimer's line. Chessworld is really small, yeah, anyway. So in the Endgame. But unfortunately, this part of the Endgame Magic Show 136 is lost. So I had to reconstruct from memory, but it was possible, of course.
Wow.
I reconstructed from memory Shirov's. Okay, now white has even an extra pawn. It's typical Shirovian. It's Shirovian style, you know.
Yeah.
But Shirov, of course, found. Otherwise the rook would be chased forever. And here black is just quick enough to draw. So a Shirov way to make the drawing proof clear in this line. Unfortunately, this part of the Endgame Magic Show was lost, but I could construct this fantastic line. Yeah, and this position has followed me from 93 through my career as chess trainer and author. All my students have seen it at least once, probably most of them 4 times. And it's on many of my DVDs, books, things. And for 15 years, I believed that Rook C7 would be winning. And then Klaus-Dieter Meyer called. And from that moment on, I now think that King H8 is the only drawing move. Yeah. Otherwise, it would only be the most tenacious defense. But it is most likely the only drawing move. Or can you find a winning proof? We will see.
We will see. Yeah. So it took 1 day for you, probably. For Carsten, 16 years. Let's hope this will stay like this, and it is pretty clear. But who knows?
Who knows? Chess is a very deep game.
There we are again. White to move, and there's only one correct move for white. And as I know from Carsten already, it is one of the most difficult endgame riddles we had so far. It's like a really, really, really difficult task. And I hope you can do some research about it, because there are some sources.
Of course, you can solve it many ways. You can analyze it yourself. You can analyze with your engine and the table bases, or you can look it up in the sources. It was probably the biggest sensation of the Endgame riddle competitions on the ChessBiz website. When I received the email from Charles Sullivan, I fell off my chair. It's not so often that these big classic examples are re-evaluated, that Dvoretsky, Kasparov, Müller are all wrong, that all rook endings are drawn, and this is no exception. So how can White amazingly still hold the draw?
Good luck.
Good luck.